So here we are, just leaving Stockbridge. Nice big truck right in front of them. Rattly old things, nice. As you've seen, they're good with them coming to them and coming past them, no trouble at all.
There you go, walk. Go on, get up. Come on.
So what I've done is, I've done them up to now. So I've put Rhea on the reins because we're coming up to a changeover time. So a lady owns them. So it's good to have Rhea on the reins, a softer touch maybe, slightly. I've got very soft hands really. I'll try and keep them as soft as I can, but obviously Rhea's being a third of my weight, she, you know, will pull lighter, you know, or give the instructions lighter. Also, is the voice, you know, a different voice on the reins is good. Because as you know, 90% of what we do is on the rein, you know, on the voice. So therefore, the more Rhea can do, on them now, just so the changeover time's not as great. I mean, obviously when they go back home, be a big old change. He's got a trip across the sea before they get home. They're down just off the, I think, just on Guernsey. I think these ones live. Guernsey, is it Guernsey or Jersey? Guernsey, yeah. So Rhea's just driving away here. She's got them going sweet and happy, and they've worked well together. Now, if you look at this mare here and this little fella, he'll come up when he's off, and they're two entirely different things. What's the father of this one? Is it a Falabella? Yeah, a Falabella stallion covered this mare, and so we got this little tiny thing. But they work well together. If you know, you consider that they're entirely different sizes. You know, they work quite well together. Well, I'd say exceptionally well together, really. But Rhea's a good driver, and a lot of it's in the driving of them, obviously, to get the best out of them. But, you know, you see they're going quite even there together, that's lovely. So we'll go up here and turn around, come back down the high street, and then we'll take them home. But we brought them down in a trailer today, because they're going to travel home. They came over on a little lorry, I think, as far as I remember. Was it a lorry? Or a trailer, yeah, but a different trailer. Was it that trailer? Oh yeah, trailer, yeah. So that we've had them in a trailer to trail them down here.
Yep, but
We get so many horses coming and going, I'll lose track. But so we just swing them round here, and we've got a lovely big, I don't know if we'll get up there in time, but we've got a lovely big tractor here that will come right up behind. Yeah, here he comes, he's backing out. Drive him up, go on.
get up, go on. Out of here. Go on.
That's it, we'll turn them round here, take them back up the high street.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's get up.
But they're good with tractors and, you know, farm machinery in general, big trucks, all of that stuff they're very good with, so that's all that, you know, that's what we're looking for. Yeah, there you go.
Go on.
That's it, we'll go back down the high street now. It's quite nice having someone else you trust to drive with these young horses, because I can sit here and have a cup of coffee. I'm now the cameraman, I've been promoted. So, yeah, there we go. Now, sometimes a funny little town this is. You can, people use it, I think they term it a rat run, and you'll get big trucks using this road, going up to Salisbury, you know, going through the back ways up to Salisbury, or Winchester the other way. Some days you can be down here and see some real heavy stuff, and on the weekend it can be really busy with horse trucks, you know, lorries, horse boxes, trailers, you know, because at the top of the town there's an equestrian centre, always have something on most weekends, you know. Yeah, it's funny here in this town, the river runs under the road in 3 or 4 places. You know, like quite a big river runs under the road. You know, it's always been that way. There's not bridges going over necessarily, right where we're passing right at this minute. under the corner of this pub, one of the rivers go, and joins up over on the marshland over there. But it crosses underneath, like they've got culverts underneath, crosses. But it's always been like that. Well, obviously it used to be Ford years ago. You can see where that van's parked in there. That used to be a Ford. I've got some old photographs of them going through there. Horses having a drink, yeah. So there's that one back there, there's this one here, and there's another one up here. By that red car you can see in the distance, where that white car's going now. About there, no, about now, yeah, that's another one there. You can see the white railings in a minute, just by the fruit and veg shop. Them white railings over there, there's the river comes, so 3 places you can see, and there's 2 or 3 that you can't see. You know, there's no way of seeing. But alright. So yeah, a nice big bus here, just bring them over a bit nearer this bus. So yeah, come over by this old coach here, nice and near to that, look, don't bother at all. I've got the big old engine up the back in them, which is quite nice because they don't hear anything, and then when they get to the back of the bus they hear the big old diesel engine pumping away. Alright, babe. So that's it, now we're coming out of town and going to join the road going down to the 303 handover.
Go on. Fred, get up.
Nice, no, both of them are nice though, don't get me wrong, like this little fella does his job, he gets on with it, keeps up with mum, and they're good pals, good work pals, you know, they're not the usual thing you get with mother and daughter, mother and son thing. They're definitely run independent. By that I mean in all the time we've been travelling along here, he doesn't touch her, he don't need to put his head on her, he don't need to make any contact with her, he's just happy, you know, the way it is, yeah. So, but he's a lovely little fella, and he's put quite a bit of weight on since he's been here. He's still growing yet. I mean, he's never going to be wide like his mum, never in a million years. But you know, they say, can they work together? Well, there you got a pony of a different size. You got a pony that you know is quite a bit, you know, structure-wise, everything about it. It lays more to the Falabella than it does to the Shetland. But a nice little fella, skipping along now, lovely. She's a nice mare. Bit unusual. We always think her tail's dirty and wants another wash, but she's just got a lot of red hairs in her tail. I'm just coming back to the truck now and the trailer. We use this type of trailer here, which is a horse trailer. It's made taller to take horses, but being square, we can put the carriage in and the 2 horses. And they're very lightweight, you know, for what they are. So here we are, that's that lesson over. We'll be going home now. So, you know, this little fella here, he's a lovely little pony, give you his heart and soul. Obviously he's not going to climb mountains, but he'll skip along like this, and he looks lovely, you know, he really does look nice. So you've got no real problem with him, you know, like pulling. That coming up there is a bit of a slope. It is not a hill, it's a bit of a slope. But Bree and I are both on board. Come over, darling. And see this here, look, he just lifted it out the curb. You know, so it went down a dip, and he's pulled it back onto the road, which is another, you know, real good thing. And obviously he's got to go up and do what he's asked to do. So what I'm going to do now is just apply the brake a little bit. Come on, lad, get on. Get up, babe. So I'm putting the brake on. Go on, babe, pull. You see him pulling? Go on, my baby. So, you know, he's willing enough, but horse never pulled a cart yet. What a horse does, and I know this is going to sound silly saying that, but what a horse does, all right, boys, what a horse does is push a collar along. He uses his body weight, in other words. mummy, Lola, going down the road here. Reed's driving. So, yeah, she's just not much I can say about her. She does the job, you know, she does it nice. You can drive her out. I mean, personally, myself, as far as the other little fella goes, I wouldn't be driving him single. I've done it, he does it, he's happy doing it, but obviously at his age now, he's got 18 months, maybe 2 years of growing. He ain't going to grow massively bigger, but obviously every kilo that he puts on will help him move forward, because as I explained to you, they move a cart by pushing the collar, laying their weight on it basically. So the more weight he's got, the better. Now, what I can say, not only has he grown taller since he's been here, but I believe I'm right, he's put on quite a few kilos. Has he put on 12 kilos? 12 kilos, which for a pony of that size is a lot, you know. And that he's been on the scale several times, so what I mean by that, without being crude, when he's, you know, if he stoutles, does his drop-ins, they can weigh up, you know, like you get a, you know, a few of them out of him can be a kilo in drop-ins. So, but we know that he's gone up 12 kilo. We could argue that he's gone up a bit more than that, but he's definitely gone up 12, no question. So, yeah, really, really pleased with him. You know, both of them, they've been lovely. But they work beautifully together as a pair. And personally, for the next length of time, that's what I would do. So all we're going to do with this pony is going to show you that it can go uphill. But a lovely, lovely little pony. The carriage is beautiful, really nice. Ride's absolutely lovely, you couldn't ask for more. I think you'll be very pleased with it. It's safe for the children in the back. She's very, very, you know, she only has a rubber bit, so as she can't possibly be hard in the mouth, it's very, very soft indeed. So, you know, it's learning not to put too much pressure on. And when you first start driving, obviously, if you drop them reins right forward, Ray, look, you see her just go to work on her own. What you've got to do is steer her, but I mean, basically, she go all the way up here. Now she's pulling me. This four-wheeler, obviously, Ree up the front, who weighs over 12 stone, 14 stone, Ree weighs.
That's because I've had 8 weeks off.
But I mean, between the two of us, it's a lot of weight, and she'll come up here, no trouble. Now walk her. I'll sort of walk.
Walk, baby.
And then she'll still pull it at the walk. And that is incredible.
Yeah.
No, she's massively strong. And she's very fit. The one thing that has amazed me with both of these ponies, which is truly beyond belief, I mean, I've got to say to you, these have done some miles. Lots and lots of miles, obviously, to get where they are. They can't do it without doing miles. It's impossible. But the fact is that... that's it. Oh, there's our old mate here. That's it. So, just waiting for these motors to go so you can hear me. Yeah, I don't think, I mean, it's a brave statement. I would never shoe another horse unless I had to. But we're doing an experiment now with Ree's pony, Barefoot, and it's going very well, but it takes time. Now you will have that time, you can take them as far as you want, but it's regular work without the shoes that will make them good, you know, obviously. But the reason I say that they will go barefoot is the fact that they don't wear these shoes. So if you listen to her, what she's doing, there's no scrambling, there's no sliding. She picks her feet up and puts them down. Now I know that sounds silly, but if you look at horses' shoes, when they come off, they can be worn the inside, the outside, the toe, the heel, all sorts of different ways, exactly like a human wears their shoes. Well, this pony has hardly worn these shoes at all, and they've been on ages. Obviously, ever since he was here. The other little pony don't wear them. But you can understand with that little pony, because don't weigh anything, you know, on the shoes. So, so she's going along here lovely. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go up on top of the, just up on the bridge. Now, I can't, or put it this way, I don't want to make my little pony, you know, the little boy come up here all this way. I don't want to do that, because he would do it. He would give you his heart and soul, but it wouldn't be fair to him. When he matures up a bit more, 18 months time, no problem. 18 months, 2 years, no problem. He'll pull this cart. I mean, obviously we've shown you that he pulls it, we've shown you that he turns it round, we've shown you that he backs up in it, he does all that. But he would be working hard. Now he's doing it with me on, so I'm about the 18 stone mark, I think, 17, 18 stone, so obviously you and the kids are going to be nothing like that, so, you know, it's not that he wouldn't do it, but I'd drive him as a pair, 18 months time, and she'd go out on her own, obviously, and I'd, you know, let him go for that time, and then we'll pop him back in single. He won't have forgotten, but sometimes it's just to have another pair of hands there, get him used to it again and teach him what he's got to do, you know. But this is marvellous. You see here, look, Reed's just slowed that pony right up, so it hasn't let her get a run at the hill. You know, she hasn't let him get a run at the hill, or her, sorry, at the hill. But let's see that pony go to work. You see the muscles in its quarters. Strong pony. And doing it with ease. This is not hard work. I know you think, oh, my poor pony. But it is seriously isn't hard work, because once he's up the hill, it's on the flat. And also you've got to remember it's going downhill. So the advantage of, you know, hilly country, if you like, or is, you know, they're not too major, is uphill, then you go down. So all the time they're going down, you know, even like this one is in a minute now, as soon as that, just in front of us where the shadow's on the road, after that it's downhill, yeah? So the vehicle's just rolling along. You can tell by the traces there that there's no great pressure on them, they're wobbling about, yeah? So you can see there that they're, you know, going really nice, this pony. Very, very good with the traffic. Well, everything they're doing, they're broken, they're done, and they're ready to go home. And she's lost weight, obviously, but the ironical, well, no, she's lost shape, I should say. She actually ain't lost any weight, but she looks entirely different to what she does. But of course she's full of muscle now, which muscle is more dense, therefore weighs more than actual fat, you know. So see, this is going down there and it's all sloppy, and like Ree's a good driver, so, you know, knows what she's doing, so she knows to use just enough brake to stop the horse being pushed by the cart, but not too much brake. So basically the britching around the horse's quarters and the traces are doing, neither of them are doing anything. She's just trotting along basically on her own, so just taking herself. And now she's back working again, and she'll go up here, and if we ask her to walk, she'll walk, and she'll go on faster if she wants her to. You see that there? That is lovely. When a pony will do that, yeah, and it's not struggling, it's not put its head on the floor, pulling, you know, it's pulling, it's working, but it's working well. And when you say it's working well, that's not the work ethic of the horse, it's what we're asking it to do. It's well within its capabilities. That's working well. Not it's working well pulling its guts out. That's not working well. Working well is where you get the balance right. So sure, it's working, and it can work hard. And there's a fine line between that and overdoing it. So pony's going up there, no stress at all. Ears forward, nice floppy head, tails off its quarters. No sign of any strain at all, you know. I can't do this attitude, you know. Now if we ask it to trot now.
Hello, trot. Trot. That's it, trot.
So you can see all going well.